Hello everyone, how are you? My name is Maria, or my nickname to some of my friends is Maz, hence the name, I guess, to the channel that I've given to the channel. Please excuse the pretty poor, simplistic videoing skills that I have. I don't really do any of these kind of videos, and I'm not a huge fan of photos either. So yeah, this is all kind of new to me. If that's the case, you probably wonder why on earth would I be doing this anyways then. Basically, I've come to a bit of a crossroads, and so I'm digging a little bit deeper. I'm trying to find out a bit more information about, well, basically, I've been suggested this year for the first time ever to do double jaw surgery. So for those who have come across this video and you know the situation, then yeah, basically, as a kid, I've had braces before. I've always had an underbite. They've tried to avoid it by giving mouth expanders, or for the top of your mouth to widen the top, because what happens is the bottom overgrows and the top is underdeveloped. And so what you should have is this, and what I have is that. It's not extreme. I've seen people with far more of an extreme underbite than mine. Unfortunately, dentistry when I was a kid, number one, I hated dentists. I think that's a typical thing for a child. Number two, I think my dentist hated kids. So it wasn't a very good combination. And I also think he failed in not really talking to my parents about, I noticed that the treatment I've suggested is not really going anywhere. She's not progressing. Is she following what I've been telling her to do? He never spoke to them about that, and I think that's something important to point out, especially when parents are paying out a good chunk of money. It's not cheap. So basically, just trying to do a bit more of research for myself. It's also kind of annoying that it's the first time somebody's finally pointed that out to me. I go once a year to get a checkup and a clean, and it's the first time somebody's actually finally told me to go and have a look at it, because she was quite surprised how my mouth has been left. I don't think it's the worst, but you can tell that the way they've left it is a bit sort of like a half-assed job, as you would say. So if I smile, you can see there's a line through there. And the bottom teeth are a mess, but I think with braces that would be fixed quite easily in about 6 months. It's the top part that's going to be a bit more challenging. For those who don't know really what the jaw surgery is about, it's a beastly kind of thing. You've got to first extract teeth to create space. So they would extract the two wisdom teeth, well, two at the bottom that have actually come out, so they can just pull them out. The top one here that's also come out but doesn't cause me any real problems. It's these two that flare up every now and again. This one, I don't know where it's gone. It doesn't exist. But I do have to take this tooth out to create space to shift everything over, because somehow or other that tooth there from that side has been pulled out at some point. So that's why it's all shifted over. So that's a pain. Then they once you've got the braces and everything's in its place, they cut the jaw, I think, around here, move that back, cut along the top here, move that forward, and potentially also expand, open or widen the palate. So it's a brutal surgery. Braces take 1.5 to 2 years, and then you do the surgery, and then it's like another 6 months of recovery. Drinking liquids, from what I can see, for the first 2 weeks at least. Swelling depends on each person. It's beastly. So I've done a lot of research, but number one, I can only really find young people who have done it, and I'm 35, almost 36. So yeah, a lot of them are all young, quite young, in their late teens, early 20s, mid 20s. That's number one. Number two, a lot of them are from the States, and so if I write anything, a lot of them say, hey, try and find yourself the best surgeon. I live in Spain, so this jaw surgery I can get done on the National Health, which in a small way is a golden ticket. The dentistry I have to pay. Yeah, so you get the surgeon you get. But it is apparently at a good hospital here in Madrid, which has a pretty good reputation for, I'm guessing, maxillofacial kind of, surgeries. I hope so. But I've been told it's a good hospital. Anyways, I had my last meet up with my dentist today to try and, ask some final questions and whatnot. It's basically you go for it, you don't. I guess the other thing I wanted to point out, well, there's two more things. Number one, with some of the cases I've seen so far, some would complain about breathing problems, eating problems, jaw ache, and due to the jaw ache would have migraines. I have none of those. At least I don't think I have those, but for me, I have none of those. Yes, I struggle sometimes eating like big hamburgers or a big sort of sandwich made out of a baguette, but those things I don't really eat all the time. But yeah, it is true that sometimes when I'm eating and chunking down, it can fall out. Some of the food can fall out. But I wouldn't say it's the worst. I mean, I'll show you. And from the side. This side's the worst, I think. And of course, I don't go around the whole day like that. It just gives me a nice strong looking jaw, but I don't go around the whole day like that. So I can't fit my finger in the gap, where I've seen people who can fit a full-on finger within the gap. And the other thing, I guess, is when you're younger, you're far more conscious of what you look like. You're very aware of that. Now that I'm a certain age, thank God, you're at an age now where, or I'm at an age now where those kind of things don't bother you as much anymore. I am who I am. My friends and family love me for who I am. So, those kind of superficial, I would say, you'd say, it's stupid. The older you become, the less you kind of worry about that kind of stuff. So, but anyways, yeah, basically just doing a bit more, digging a little bit deeper. So if you are a dentist that comes across this video, or somebody who's like me, doing research, want to follow along, or if you're somebody like me who went like, no, I didn't think I had a bad underbite, but I went with it, and holy cow, I'm so happy with the results. It has definitely changed my life. Please let me know. And if you're somebody who's like me and went like, I'm not going to go through all of that, and I'm absolutely fine, and I'm whatevs. Also, I appreciate all sort of comments and thoughts and insight, I suppose. So yeah, I thank you for your time, and again, apologies for the sort of bad quality video, but like I said, it's the first time I've made one like this properly. And yeah, hopefully come up with a second video, a follow-up video. I'm giving myself 2 weeks to really think it through, talk to some more friends and family to see what their thoughts and opinions are, see where I go from here. It's a definitely, that's the other thing, it's a bit of a challenge. I think it's for me. I think my family and friends would agree that I'm also a wimp. I didn't have the best experience as a kid with dentistry, so that's a huge reason for it. And so yeah, it's a bit of a but I also think, I feel like anybody who's gone through that and they're happy and they've gone through the whole ordeal of it, I get that feeling that they must feel like they're capable to do, like they can do anything after such a long journey and recovery. So yeah, that also plays on my mind a bit, like a bit of a challenge, I suppose. And yeah, nobody said anything about like the consequences for not having it done. So if somebody is aware of a potential consequence in the future that I could come across, please let me know. I mean, obviously, if I'm going to start losing teeth at the age of 70, don't most 70-year-olds start sort of needing, you know, implants or whatever? So, yeah. Anyways, rolling on too much, but any thoughts and opinions are very much appreciated. I will say, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. But I'm pretty sure this will be mainly searched by people who are going through the same thing as me, and or have already gone through it. So like I said, any opinions, thoughts, experiences, etc. That you feel that could help will be very much appreciated. So thank you once again. Have a lovely evening, morning, night, noon, wherever you may be, and I'll catch you on the follow-up video hopefully. Okay, thank you. Good night from Spain. Good night.